Hey everybody, how's it going? It's a little bit later than I have been, but it was kind of a cool night. August had his first basic at church, so we helped out with that, and I helped out, and Gretchen, of course, did the music. So we're just getting to this a little bit later than normal. But hey, we're still here, we're still roasting, and this week, again, we're going to try what we did to match what we did last week. But with the Dominican Republic beans that I've got, so I'm going back to those, back and forth. So let's get going here. And got our machine here. So I've got the switch here that you can see turns the paddle, turns it off and on. That's what that switch does. Modified that so the buttons, didn't have to worry about the buttons. When I first got it, I was actually using the dough setting. There's a thermostat you have to move out of the way so it doesn't register as being too hot, but I was using the dough setting, and it would go zoom, 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 zoom for like 3 minutes, and then it had like 15 minutes of zoo, 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 which you can see my roasting time. That was enough time, but after I don't know, 2-3 weeks, I started getting an error code on here, and so that and when I googled that, it said you just had to replace the whole machine. Well, I was going to rewire it, and that just advanced that timeline of the rewiring, and it wasn't hard. Like everything, I googled it, and there were instructions. Someone else had done it. It's like I've got a tip. If you want a tip, Google it. Google whatever you need to Google. Because I can tell you what, there's a pretty good chance someone in the world has done it before you, and they put it on the internet. All right. So yeah, so we'll show you now this. So you can see how it turns the beans. Like that. Let's get timer going here. Stopwatch. Oh, my phone wants me to rotate. Stopwatch is ready. Heat gun in place. Turn it on. Beans going. Stopwatch going. So last week said, it obviously depends on humidity and the bean type, but last week we had first crack around 8 minutes on the high setting, 8.5 minutes. I turned it down to low for a couple minutes, and then 2-3 minutes, cranked it back up a high for like another minute. All in all, it was done in about 11 minutes, 11.5 minutes. So we're going to go for that again this week. Again, I got my cooling apparatus here. And we are back to waiting. Hey Adam, how's it going? I think I'm digging this side porch coffee roasting action. Especially in the winter times here. I've got the cover of the porch. I've got the light over here, so I'll be able to do it later in the evenings. Since the sun goes down, daylight savings time and whatnot, because you certainly can't do this inside. I'm sure you've seen the smoke that comes up eventually, and all the chaff that comes off of it. Just would be a huge stinky. Well, it smells good, but still, there's certain smells that are just you don't want your house to be filled with it. I don't think Gretchen would appreciate that either. Yes. Crazy thing, I was looking at, I get emails from, I get my beans from Coffee Bean Corrall. So I get emails from them about updates and sales. There was one today, beans from Yemen were on sale for $11 a pound. I don't think I'll be buying those. At least not for a while, because the point of this is to have good coffee at a good price. And maybe that's probably a good price for Yemen coffee, but it's not $5 a pound. But it was about a week ago, I got another deal. It's this special coffee. I can't remember where it was from, but it was on sale for $27 a pound for green coffee beans. Not buying that either. Hope everybody's week's going well. Mine's been pretty crazy, being a short week, but hey, look at this. We've got, oh, they jumped down. We had a cat visitor. Good thing the dogs didn't see that. They would have gone crazy. I can smell it. It's smelling good. Yep, just a busy week, being a short week. But it's always better to be too busy than not busy enough, probably. All right. 3.5 minutes. Alrighty. One thing I've noticed with making this coffee is I never used a lot of creamer. In fact, for a long time in college especially, I just drank it black. But I definitely, with this fresher roast and just better coffee, I've used a very small amount of creamer. Sometimes I'm always kicking myself in the mornings because I fill my cup up, with a little bit of creamer, and I think, oh, that's probably enough. Maybe just a little bit more, and then you know what? It's too much, and then I get annoyed. Maybe one day I'll learn, but yeah, it's just kind of crazy. You don't need a lot. It's pretty good stuff. I just like a little bit because it just adds a little bit of creaminess to it, but it is good black as well. So we're getting, you can kind of see the smoke coming out. Oh, lots of chaff. Wow. Hey, Mom, how's it going? Where are we? We are at 5 minutes. See if we can see the red glow. Probably can. Yeah, that's so cool. That'll never get old. I had posted my roast last week on a group I'm on Facebook. I was actually looking up the specs of the gun because they were asking about the high versus low. It's 1100 degrees on high. So right now it's pumping out 1100 degrees, which is crazy, I think. And then the low setting is like 750. It's really hot. Couldn't believe that. Yeah, see, you wouldn't want, it's kind of hard to see. There's definitely some smoke coming off of it. You can kind of see it. It's like those shows you watch about ghosts, like this you see the little mists? It's there. I saw something. What was it? Do it again. Do it again. They ask the spirit to say the same thing 400 times. Probably get annoying to just leave. And then they think, well, it wasn't really a thing. Well, how many times you gotta have them say the word hello to you, Should be getting close. I'm hearing something, I think. At least the start of it. One thing I thought was pretty neat was the amount of comments I had on my roast last week of how even the roast was, and just everyone, there was a lot of comments that said it looked like a really good roast. And I see lots of posts on there of people buying these expensive machines that you can only roast half as much, and they cost a lot of money, and they can't seem to get consistency or good results. And here I am, I spent less than $50 and getting pretty consistent roasts every week. Haven't quite heard anything yet. It's a good thing I never posted my first roast though. That was a doozy. That took forever in a day. With a dog bowl, a whisk, and a heat gun. Man, that took a long time. Live and learn, get better, Almost 9 minutes. That's so cool. Oh, I heard it. You heard it. Did you hear that? All right. What do we got? We got right about 9 minutes. So we're going to turn the heat down. The theory behind turning the heat down is you don't need to make it hotter. It's hot enough to roast it at this point. You just kind of keep it at the temperature to let it roast instead of just ever increasing the heat. We have a guest, second guest of the night. You're our second guest. We had a cat come up on the porch. It didn't. These beans from the Dominican Republic don't smell quite as good as the beans from Kenya. Gretchen's going, snob. I don't know. I'm not a snob. That's where they're from. And everybody in the group thought the beans from Kenya were really good as well. Probably think I got some Breaking Bad stuff going on over here, I don't know when to stop it. So 10.5 minutes. Crank the heat back up. I think we've stopped cracking, so when it starts cracking again, I'm going to pull it. Pull it. Where's the... Oh, there's my... to get better at that transition. Alrighty. Over here. So there it is. All right, say see you later, Gretchen. See you next week.